Greetings, Oriire Funowo. Good tidings to you. I pray that you are feeling awake, aware, and elevated in mind, body, and spirit. Wherever you are, whatever may be happening around you, whatever you may be doing. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. I'm Baba Umar, Oluranse Emese, voice of the Emese, member of the Isoro Traditional Council of Chiefs, and Babalawo of Ile Awo Orisa. So we're continuing our discussion on Ifa Iwa with the intention of assisting you in establishing your own regular Ifa practice. Our topic for this video is understanding Isha'ro, meditation. In the previous two lessons, we discussed Adura, prayer, and defined it as the outgoing communication between the differentiated beings of the material realm and the spiritual beings, the entities that inhabit the realm of spirit, the realm of the immortals, your Oriire, your Egun, your Orisha. And we discussed four types or qualities of Adura: prayers of praise, prayers of gratitude, declaration, and prayers of petition or summoning. Isha'ro meditation is the process of incoming communication from the spiritual entities and intelligence present in universal consciousness to the individuated beings, you and me. According to Yoruba theology, the great mystery of Oluranse, God, is unity. It is when Oro, the Ashe of God, passes into the physical realms and becomes Ela, formless or undifferentiated Ashe, ready to manifest itself, that polarities are created. It is in balancing these forces that harmony at the universal, the societal, and the individual level is achieved. One of the first things to be differentiated in the Ela is consciousness. Hence, Oriire is the most fundamental principle we need to grasp in order to understand Ifa. According to Awo Fasola, the word Oriire is often translated into the phrase to receive oneself, as the word's composition, O, signifies he or her, and Re denotes to receive. Of course, the meaning most frequently referenced when we say Oriire is head or summit, the high point, the apex. Without Oriire, there is nothing, for Oriire is individuated consciousness. So without your head, without your consciousness, none of what you see, none of what you hear, none of what you feel, none of what you taste, none of what you smell can exist to you without your consciousness. The next important point to understand is that Oriire is not singular, but is in fact a complex of interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent parts of a whole. There is the unity, and then there are the parts that are resident in that unity. First, there is your individuated physical Oriire, or head, or what we might refer to as your egoistic mind and consciousness of the material world. The second part is your Ori Inu, your inner self or inner head, which we can think of as the divine spark or your soul consciousness, the carrier of your destiny, as we say. The third part of this thing that this reality that we call Ori is your Iponri, or your higher self. Iponri is your spiritual and immortal mirror image that resides always in Orun, in heaven, in the invisible realm of the immortals. Iponri is the all-knowing aspect of whom and what you truly are, an immortal being of light. Your physical Ori is the one who is seeking guidance, insight, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about how and what you need to do in order to move forward towards fulfilling your destiny at each stage of your life. Your Ori Inu, or Ori Apere, the carrier of your destiny, is the aspect of your consciousness that is aware of the destiny you have chosen for yourself during this journey in the Oja, the marketplace. It is responsible for helping you to navigate the many choices you will have to make during your lifetime in order to remember and to fulfill your sacred agreement with Olorun, with your Ti'iya Egun, your maternal ancestors, and with your Tibaba Egun, your paternal ancestors. Your Iponri is the omniscient, all-knowing aspect of your Ori complex, that aspect of your consciousness that is resident within the universal consciousness of Olorun, God. Now, when we speak of Isha'ro, this phase of incoming communication, what we're talking about is setting the ideal conditions for information to pass unobstructed from the spiritual realm to you in the physical realm, to your physical Ori, from your Iponri to your Ori Inu, and then on to your physical Ori. The channel and intermediary of this incoming communication is the individuated being's your spiritual Ori, Ori Inu, or Ori Apere, the carrier of your destiny. Your Iponri, your immortal mirror image, is the all-knowing aspect of who and what you truly are. It is your and my state of spiritual perfection and the source of your infinite capacity to access whatever information you need in order to use your sacred gifts and talents to successfully complete your journey and task in this world. Nothing happens unless your Ori permits it. So in Isha'ro, your intention is simply to achieve a posture of non-resistant stillness or openness or receptivity. To accomplish that goal, you must first remove the conceptual barriers that block you from being able to receive the incoming communications. There are three barriers. The first barrier is the notion that you are your physical body. Ara Ojubo, your body temple. Ara Ojubo is made up of some 724 trillion cells, Each of those cells has its own share of consciousness. It's estimated that we replace some 50 to 70 billion cells each and every day. That's about 96 million cells every minute, or more than 1 million cells every second. With that understanding, you have to ask yourself, which version of your body do you think you are? If you believe that you are your body, the one that you woke up in this morning, the one that you were in an hour ago, or the one that you'll be in 2 hours from now. Clearly, you are not your body. Your and my body temple is an energetic probability that is flickering in and out of reality, reconfiguring and transforming every second, although we may not be, for the most part, conscious of that process. So Isha'ro requires that you separate your sense of self from your physical body and become only an observer of it. The second barrier that we need to overcome, and this is perhaps the most challenging barrier to Isha'ro, is the notion that you are your mind. The function of the brain is to facilitate the production of certain biochemicals and hormones necessary to align your physical, biological, and emotional experiences with the thoughts that you hold in your mind. According to research published in the Journal of Nature Communication, research carried out at the Queen's University in Kingston, Canada, a person has about 6,200 thoughts, or what we call thought worms, every day. Other research suggests that about 80% of those thoughts are negative. And still other research suggests that 80 to 85% of the thoughts you will have today are the same thoughts that you had yesterday. So if you think that you are your mind, once again, you have to ask yourself why you find it so difficult to silence your mind. For example, during meditation, or to stay focused when trying to concentrate on some important task. And if you were your mind, ask yourself, why would you sabotage your joy, your health, and your success by constantly feeding on negative thoughts? Clearly, you're not your mind. You interact with a stream of consciousness or thought activity that flows even when you would prefer that it stop. So I'm not one to subscribe to the idea that meditation requires that you stop your mind from thinking. That's as likely as you stopping yourself from breathing. It's not going to happen. Instead, during Isha'ro, your goal is simply to be an observer of the stream of consciousness. Allow thoughts to come and go like clouds passing across the sky. Don't try to cling to them. Don't conjure images out of them. Don't make up stories about them. And don't follow them. Just watch them. Pass into the realm of transience. Here one moment, gone the next. When you've peeled back the layers of who and what you are, you will arrive at the position of the silent observer. Pure awareness. You're aware of your body, but not attached to it. You're aware of your thought activity, the flow of the stream of consciousness, but not clinging to any particular thought or idea. Simply a witness, an observer, the watcher. The third and final barrier to Isha'ro is the notion that you are your emotions. Researchers say that there are 8 basic emotions and countless variations and nuances of those. The 8 basic emotions referred to are joy, sadness, fear, disgust, surprise, anticipation, anger, and trust. And actually, researchers point to 27 to 30 emotions that you and I experience at one time or another in our lives. What's important to know is that you are not your emotions any more than the thermostat in your house is your home. The thermostat is simply an indicator of the temperature in your house. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it just right? If the temperature is not just right, the thermostat allows you to adjust it to your comfort level. Likewise, your emotions are simply an indicator of your state of alignment with your destiny. Are you in alignment? If you are, you're feeling positive emotions. If you're out of alignment, you're feeling negative emotions. So your body, your mind, and your emotions are not in and of themselves barriers to Isha'ro, the incoming communication. It's your belief that these phenomenal manifestations are the real you. That's the barrier. The belief that you are your body, your mind, and your emotions. Once you can rise above these misconceptions, you can begin observing and utilizing these phenomena in the way that they're intended to be used as vehicles and communication devices. Your body temple is just that. It's a temple through which you interact with the world. The body, mind, and emotions are all mediums for the ashe of the incoming communications. Now that you've put these 3 barriers into proper perspective, you're ready to engage in the process of Isha'ro, meditation, opening to the incoming communications. You can now listen, observe, and feel, allowing them, mind, body, and the spirit, the emotions, to play their part as receivers of higher vibrational energies. We describe the emotions as a thermostat, right? For the differentiated being that is you. Begin by setting your thermostat on positive, good-feeling emotions. That's where you start, like peace, alafia, we say, joy, ayo, and gratitude, imorire. You can recite modide, 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 lalafia, ayo, ati imorire. I rise, I rise, I rise in peace, joy, and in gratitude. This will begin the process of aligning your physical ori and your ashe ami, your energy signature, with the vibrational energies of the spirit realm, or room. During Isha'ro, you will allow information to flow past your conscious interference and analysis, directly to the unconscious reservoir, that is the repository for your collective consciousness. Your job is simply to hold the position of the silent witness, listening, observing, feeling, without judgment, without analysis. Just be still. It's here in this positive vibrational frequency that your Ori Inu, Ori Apere, your Egun, Ori Baba, Ori Iya, Ori Egbe, the Erunmole, and Ifa, or Runmila, can work out the best, clearest way to reveal the truth to your physical Ori. Truths that are already known by your Iponri, your divine consciousness, your infinite intelligence. We enter Isha'ro with the petition. Shimona oro mi, iro mi, ati ishe mi, sodo ashe yori. Guide my words, my thoughts, and my actions towards success, completion, perfection. We'll add a few more details to this topic when we discuss Isha'ro again during the lessons on performing the Oshe Ifa, the ritual that we do every Ojo Oshe, the day of Obatala, the first day of the Ifa 4-day calendar. When you complete your Isha'ro, it should be with confidence that the answers and the guidance you're seeking are being processed. So you're not looking for something to come to mind immediately at the end of your Isha'ro. It may, but that's not your intention. Your intention is simply to be receptive. Allow the information to come in, to locate itself in your unconscious mind, and then to reveal itself to you at the exact moment that you need it. You should leave your Isha'ro practice in a state of positive expectation. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Kiolo Dumade, Orisha, Ate Egun, Fifuneni, Itona, Imoye, Ati Opo Ire. May Olodumare, Orisha, and ancestors bestow upon you guidance, wisdom, and abundant blessings. Ifo Kanbale, peace of mind from Olodumare. Ajo Lo, Ajo Bo, we go out together, we return together. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.